Hi everyone, it's Marianne and welcome to My Wasteless Life. In this video, let's talk about how we can give the best lighting for our houseplants. Thank you so much for joining me today, and if you're new, this is My Wasteless Life, where I take you along my plant journey and share with you my tips and tricks on houseplants and sustainable lifestyle. Providing proper lighting for our houseplants is probably the most important thing next to the watering. We need to give our plants enough light so that they'll be able to photosynthesize and have optimal growth. So it's very important before we purchase our houseplants that we know the amount and type of light that we can provide for them, whether it will be naturally or artificially. We often hear about low light, medium light, bright indirect light for our houseplants, but we don't really know what that exactly means because it's not a standard measure and we all have different environments. But as a general rule, we tend to rely on what direction our windows are facing to know the amount and type of light that we can provide for our houseplants. The strongest amount of light for the longest amount of time will come from our south-facing windows, which means that our north-facing windows will have the least amount of light, therefore making the south-facing windows the most ideal for our houseplants and the north-facing windows the least ideal. While both east and west windows are recommended for houseplants, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. So the amount of light is stronger from our west-facing window as the sun moves towards that direction. From an east-facing window, we'll probably get a good amount of light 2 to 3 hours after the sunrise, but after that it's pretty much as good as a north-facing window. And the light gets stronger and stronger coming from the west-facing window, and it also can give our houseplants direct sunlight a couple of hours before sunset. Of course, other things need to be in consideration, like our geographical location. The direction of the windows probably mean more for those of us who live in the northern hemisphere than those who live closer to the equator, and I personally don't know what it means for those who live in the southern hemisphere. So to the Australian viewers out there, if you could share what it's like for you, then please let us know down in the comments. And also it also depends on the altitude and if you have buildings or trees that are blocking your windows or filtering the light, and if your windows are tinted or not. And for me, I live in a townhouse that is on a higher altitude, and in my bedroom I have 2 south-facing windows and 1 west-facing window. So those are great conditions for my houseplants. So I mostly depend on natural light during spring and summer times for my houseplant, but even on cloudy days like this, and especially after I painted my wall a darker color, there's less light available for my houseplants, and there's also only so much real estate in front of our south-facing and west-facing windows. And as the days get shorter, as we approach fall and then later on winter, I would definitely need the help of grow lights to keep my plants alive. And that's my segue to talk about grow lights, but first I would like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Haus. Haus is a lighting company that sells high quality LED grow lights for household use at an affordable price. They sent me one of their LED grow lights for me to test and review, and they're also giving away 1 LED grow light to one of my subscribers, so keep on watching. So when and how to use grow lights. We use grow lights when there's not enough natural light that we can provide our houseplants. While a lot of beginner houseplants are labeled low light plants, it doesn't mean no light, it just means that they can tolerate low light. Most, if not all, of our houseplants will benefit from a higher amount of light, even our low light plants. Using grow lights can also allow us to put plants where we normally can't, like in rooms that have little to no light and in corners that doesn't get reached by natural light. Grow lights come in different types, and for the most part they have been used commercially, but with the popularity of indoor gardening over the years, grow lights that are for household use are becoming more available, especially LED grow lights, which are more energy efficient because they draw less energy and are also safer to use because they do not heat up like regular bulbs. According to Greenhouse Today, in general, we would want our LED grow lights to be 12 to 30 inches from the top of our plants, and as the plant grows, we would adjust that distance. However, this is all very much dependent on the wattage of the lights, the type of plant, and the amount of ambient light. You want the grow lights to mimic the daylight pattern, so you'll have it turned on for 8 to 12 hours, which is why it's important to choose an LED grow light so that you'll be more energy efficient and your electric bill don't go crazy. And I made this mistake last year and I'm not gonna do it again, so I just want to share this with you. But do not replace your current light fixtures with grow lights. Grow lights are for plants, not for humans. I mean, technically you can, but you just have to be very careful on where you place it. And you want to make sure that the light hits mostly your plants, which you want anyways. You want to make sure that the most surface area that your grow light is hitting is your plants. Since most grow lights, including the Haus LED grow light, are full spectrum light, it mimics the daylight, so it will emit some UV rays. So avoid extended direct contact with the light from the grow light. And I'm a big advocate of using sunscreen, even including indoors. So if you're working with your houseplants that under the grow lights, make sure you use sunscreen. Do not look directly into the grow light. When it's turned on, it's like looking directly into the sun. Some people have reported headaches and dizziness after long exposure to grow lights, because again, grow lights are supposed to mimic daylight, so exposure to it is like also being exposed to the sun. So this is the LED grow light that I received from Haus. It's their LED grow light in pure white, and this one is great for indoor plants. It is made for indoor plants. It's great for your succulents, your cacti, your seedlings, vegetables, your house plants, and including your medicinal plants. It draws the equivalent of 100 watts, but it only uses 20 watts, and the light is non-dimmable. It has the brightness level of 1200 lumens, and most of the bulbs that we use in our household is normally just around or under 500 lumens. And when it comes to providing lighting for your houseplants, you'd want something that is over 1000 lumens, and this one has 1200 lumens. The Haus LED grow light is a full spectrum light, which means it mimics daylight. It has the balanced spectrum of red, blue, and green that gives it the white light. And there has been many debates on what color of grow light is best for houseplants, but there's not really enough studies to support or recommend a specific color or color ratio for optimal growth of plants. The Haus LED grow light comes in 3 different colors: pure white, warm white, and original, which is the purple light. So it really just boils down to your preference, but all 3 lights have the same specifications and all have the full spectrum wavelengths. To better understand light requirements for our plants, we also have to understand that humans and plants perceive light very differently. While we understand light in terms of the brightness, which we measure by lumens, or by color temperature, which we measure by Kelvin, for plants, it is light quantity that matters, which refers to the amount of light the plants need for optimal growth. PAR is photosynthetic active radiation. PAR is the wavelengths of light within the visible range of 400 to 700 nanometers, which is needed for photosynthesis. PAR is not a measurement or metric like inches or miles. Rather, it defines the type of light that is needed in order to support photosynthesis. If you know the PFF of the light along with the input wattage, you can use that to calculate how efficient the lighting system is in converting electrical energy into PAR. PFF is the photosynthetic photon flux. PFF is the total amount of PAR that is produced by a lighting system per second. Most lighting companies actually don't list them in their grow lights, but Haus does. And lastly, PPFD is the photosynthetic photon flux density, which measures the amount of PAR that actually reaches the plant, or as scientists would say, the amount of photosynthetic active photons that fall on a given surface per second. And the Haus LED grow light, as indicated in their packaging, has high ppf at 140 micromoles per second at 1 foot. And based on their Amazon listing for this product, the PAR measurements are as follows. Red is 620 to 660 nanometers, blue is 440 to 4060 nanometers, and it has a voltage of 85 to 265 volts. And this figure on the box over here shows that at the height of 1 to 2 feet, it has a concentrated coverage of 4 to 6 square feet and overall coverage of 8 to 10 square feet. So this light meter is not the best tool to measure light, but just as a comparison, I'm going to measure the light when the grow light is on and when it's turned off. So this is the light reading when the light is turned on, and this is the light reading when the light is turned off, and it is about 3 in the afternoon when I'm doing this. And the setup is also very easy. It's also indicated in the box right here. You find a screw in light bulb socket, screw in the LED grow light, turn it on, and watch your plant grow. And the Haus LED grow light screws into most standard light bulb socket. If you want the specific measurement, it's E26 and E27, and it can be used in regular desk lamps, but be warned that it could lower the bulb life due to lack of ventilation. And the light also has a diameter of 4.8 inches, which is a bit wide, which will probably won't fit a smaller desk lamp without removing the shade. And even with like this one that I have displayed over here, I have to remove this light cover in order to be able to screw the light in, otherwise it wouldn't fit into this lamp cover. And there are light clamps that you could use that's specific for grow lights. I think they are relatively cheap. I even sometimes find them in thrift stores. But if you want to use it for the lamps that you currently have, you might have to remove the lamp shade or the lamp cover like I did with this one. But this one, I actually normally have it on our floor lamp shade that is in the family living room, which is on the north facing side of the house, so it doesn't get a lot of light. But I put this LED grow light in that floor lamp, which has a wider lamp cover, so I think it's okay with ventilation as well. Usually I don't put any plants in that corner because, like I said, it's north facing, it doesn't get enough of light. But ever since I put this light bulb on there, I've started to put more plants. So having the LED grow light installed in the floor lamp in our living room is going to be a lifesaver for a lot of our plants, especially my citrus plants, because I remember last winter when I didn't have adequate lighting for my house plants, the ones that suffered the most are my citrus plants. Like our kumquat and our Mayor lemon tree and one of our calamansi plants. They're still alive, but they haven't quite bounced back after suffering through the winter with the lack of light. The safety design of the House Bright LED grow light prevents it from overheating, so it won't harm your plants. And every purchase of a House Bright LED grow light comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee, and every House Bright bulb comes with an 18-month warranty. But if you register your grow light on their website, you can get an extended warranty up to 3 years. You'll also get a protective lens for free to protect your light bulb and extend its bulb life. And you'll also have access to a 24-page ebook that will give you more tips. So that, I think, is a very good deal. And if you want to purchase the House Bright LED grow light, they have given my subscribers a 10% off. You can access that discount code through that link below. And I also provided direct product links on the description. If you use those links to purchase the House Bright LED grow light, I would get a small commission through the Amazon Associates program at no additional cost to you. And as mentioned earlier, House Bright is giving away one LED grow light to one of my subscribers. The winner could choose from the pure white, warm white, or the original purple light. And to enter the giveaway is very easy. One, you have to be subscribed to my channel, My Wasteless Life. Second, like this video. Third, follow me and follow House Bright on Instagram. If you don't have Instagram, you could follow us on Facebook. If you have neither, you can subscribe to our newsletters. I have all those links down below. Lastly, comment down below which LED grow light from House Bright you want to win, the pure white, the warm white, or the original purple light. And also comment down below your IG or your Facebook handle or your email. If you don't want to write it down publicly in the comments, you can email it to me at mywastelesslife@gmail.com with the subject line House Bright Giveaway. And the contest ends on September 26th. I'll have all this information down in the description, but just like the previous giveaway, I'm sorry to inform you again that this giveaway is limited to my US subscribers. House Bright is mailing the LED grow light of the winner's choice directly to the winner. So whoever wins this giveaway have to be comfortable with me sharing your mailing address with House Bright. So just keep that in mind as you enter this contest. But yeah, so I hope you learned something about using grow lights in this video. And if you're interested in purchasing the House Bright LED grow light, I have the discount codes and the product links down below, as well as all the information on how to enter the giveaway. But thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new here, I hope you subscribe. I come up with houseplants and sustainable lifestyle videos every week. And if you haven't yet, go check out these videos out here until my next one. But until then, I see you. I appreciate you. Take care of yourself and each other, and have a plentiful day. Bye.